Hey everyone, this is Anibal Mijangos. Today we're going to be talking about traffic secrets, secret number 2. Now, in the last episode, we talked about secret number 1, which was all about identifying who your dream customer is in as much detail as possible, which is extremely important. You want to fully understand who your dream customer is, not just broad generic demographics like the age group, income level. You want to learn as much as possible from your dream customer, even if it goes so far as like their psychology, things that they aspire to have, things that they currently have, like the amount of children that they could potentially have. If that means knowing a little bit more, that's going to provide you with leverage in terms of providing value to them. So it's extremely important that you understand who your dream customer is in as much detail as possible. But in this secret, we're all about finding out where they are located. It's fantastic to find out who your dream customer is, but if you can't go to them and present your value, your message to them, what good is it? So these two secrets go hand in hand. If you want to look over these two secrets on your own, by all means, go ahead and grab yourself a copy of Traffic Secrets. There's a free plus shipping offer right now. It's a limited time offer because there's a limited amount of books printed. So if you want to check that out, there's going to be a link in the description that you can grab a copy for yourself. So like I said before, secret number 2 is all about finding out where your dream customers are located. Now, if you've read .com Secrets or if you've read Expert Secrets, you're very familiar with the idea of the Dream 100, which is basically creating a list of 100 people or influencers in different social networks and social platforms, different social platforms that are pretty much related to your product, your service, or just your market, your niche. And the reason for that is because if these people already have some kind of influence over your market, imagine if you can go ahead and do some kind of collaboration project with them, whether it's some kind of a podcast interview with them, or you're guesting on their podcast. Maybe you do some kind of guest post with them. You appear in a video with them on their YouTube channel. So what does that do for you? Essentially, for you, if let's say, for example, you go on a video with them. If you go on a video with them and they already have some kind of social standing in your market that you're trying to introduce yourself into, then their following is going to be introduced to you with them. And since he already has a certain level of credibility, now that you're with him in the same video, that credibility is also going to be passed on to you and to his audience or her audience. So that kind of, I guess you could say, that strategy is very powerful stuff. Now, the reason why we call it Dream 100 is because we're trying to get a list of 100 people that we're going to be reaching out to, whether it's a podcaster, it's a YouTuber, or a blogger. Either way, or whichever one it is, we want to put ourselves in that situation where we can be with them so we can take advantage of their credibility. We can take advantage of an audience that they've already built, a following that they've already built, and we can just go ahead and tap into that audience and bring some people over to us. Now, this is one of the things that I really want to point out is that this is done all over the world. That's why you see these like summits, these seminars, where these high-end people like Tony Robbins, they have other guests like Dean Graziosi, they have guests like Grant Cardone, because they're trying to connect their audience with their value, their services. And it's extremely powerful. You're sharing your value with their audience, and if they like your value, then they're going to become a part of your audience as well. So one of the things that I really like the way that Russel Brunson talks about it in this chapter, in this secret, is that traffic isn't created. It's more than anything, it's just being redirected. And it's a great way to think about it because you're not necessarily just trying to create a conversation out of thin air. Someone out there is already talking about your product or your service, or at least the problem that your product or your service is solving. They're already talking about it. You just have to go out there and find that conversation, introduce yourself into that conversation, and explain why your product or service is better than every other opportunity that is out there, and then bring those people over to your audience so you can continuously introduce them with value. So remember, traffic is not created. You're just redirecting it from somewhere else. That's the whole idea behind Dream 100. In the Dream 100, the people that you're listing of those influencers, those people of leadership, those people of authority, those people that have already built audiences and networks and a certain level of credibility within your market, they're already generating traffic. They already have the traffic, right? And by you introducing yourself into their YouTube channel, into their podcast, into their blog, or whatever it is, you're just redirecting some of their traffic into yours. So this is a great strategy to fill up your funnel, your website, and start building up your credibility, your audience from the very beginning. I went to Funnel Hacking Live, and I really loved everything that they talked about, right? I actually made a video about it, talking about like summarizing day one of Funnel Hacking Live on my YouTube channel. But one of the things that I really liked about what they shared, there was a specific person that something happened that he had a podcast episode, not episode, he had a podcast in general. He had a podcast with another person, and I guess they had like a fallout. And they broke up, I guess you can say, the partnership and the podcast, and the other person ended up keeping the podcast. So now this person, I don't remember what his name is, but I'm going to call him person A, right? So person A got left with nothing. So he decided to create his own podcast, and he leveraged the power of the Dream 100 to pretty much bring his podcast up to one of the highest listened podcasts in the world. And the way he did that is Dream 100. Instead of him just going out there running a whole bunch of Facebook ads, running a whole bunch of Google, YouTube ads to promote his podcast, to promote himself, instead, he used the network that he already built with that other person. He reached out to them and he asked them, hey, can I be on your podcast for free? All I want to do is I just want to shout out my podcast that I'm building. And he did that for a lot of people. Now, the reason why it's 100 is because not everyone's going to say yes. Out of those 100, maybe 20, 30, or maybe even less are going to agree to this, and they're going to welcome you onto their podcast, welcome you onto the YouTube channel, guest post on their blog. So you want to reach out as many people as possible with the hopes that they're going to say yes, and you're going to be able to redirect some of their traffic into yours. That's what person A did. They went on someone else's podcast, provided them with a lot of value, and so then they redirected some of the audience members, some of the traffic that is on the other podcast, redirected into his own. He did that so much that now he's one of the most listened to people in all the podcasting world. Again, I don't remember his name, but it's a phenomenal story that really it displays the power of the Dream 100, and it's something that a lot of people do. Exactly the way that I was mentioning about the summit. If you see all these summits with all these big people talking about marketing, and then you can just go onto the webinar, you go to the event, and there's like so many people there, they're essentially taking advantage of the Dream 100 strategy because they're leveraging the audience and the influence, the credibility, and the overall traffic of those people to redirect traffic into their website and funnel. So that's pretty much secret number 2. It's a phenomenal strategy. I'm going to be doing it too, and I'm thinking about making a video of me doing that strategy because I think that's going to be helpful too. So you guys can see how I do it and what I do, the mistakes I made, so that way you can continue to see improve yourself and of course take advantage of the strategy. Secret number 3 that we're going to be getting into in the next video is hook, story, offer, and the attractive character. So again, Russel Brunson loves making little drawings, so here is what it looks like: hook, story, offer, and the attractive character. Again, if you've read .com Secrets or Expert Secrets, then you understand the concepts of hook, story, offer, which is extremely important. Every single funnel is based off of hook, story, offer, and of course the attractive character. Right now, more than ever, people are looking for personal relationships with companies. That's why social media has become so popular, because it's essentially creating a layer of transparency between the audience and the corporation, which is really, really important. But the attractive character pretty much helps you build a solid relationship between your business and your potential audience. So we're going to be getting into that secret next time. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And again, as always, if you want to grab a copy for yourself and study this material on your own, go ahead and click on the link in the description. There's going to be a free plus shipping offer right there, so you can grab a copy of this book for free, or you can go on Amazon and pay $25. It's up to you. So thanks so much for listening, everyone, or watching. And until next time, have a fantastic day.